Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw, Editorial Director at TigerFitness.com, Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO. Guys, I want to talk about bench press plateaus because I get this question so many times, and I want to explain it because a lot of you guys think you're reaching a bench press plateau when in reality your progress is just slowing and you're becoming extremely impatient. I want to talk about that in this video. Before I do so, if you have a question for me, check out the link below. You can submit your question. It comes straight to my inbox. The best questions I turn into videos just like this. So let's talk about the bench press. Most guys will see progress on the bench press the first 2-3 years of their lifting, and then they panic. They're like, oh my God, I'm not adding any reps, any weight to the bench press. I'm plateauing. What should I do? Now, most plateaus aren't plateaus. The bench press, you can only get so strong naturally on this lift. You need to understand that first and foremost. You can't have unreasonable goals. Once you have added a reasonable amount of strength on the bench press, you can't expect to go in each workout and add a rep to every set or 5 pounds to your bench press every week. It doesn't work like that. If you're benching, 225 for reps, and you expect to add 5 pounds a week, that would be 260 pounds a year to your bench press. Never going to happen. If you are benching 225 for reps as a natural, and you're expecting to add 5 pounds per month, that's still going to be tight because that's 60 pounds to your bench press per year, and you're already benching 275 or more. So that's it's possible, but it's unlikely. 5 pounds a month is unlikely. A more reasonable goal is probably 5 pounds every 2 months. Sounds pathetic, right? But that's the reality of being a natural. That's the reality of life after your first couple years of lifting. This goes for bench press, this goes for gains, this goes for squats, this goes for deadlift. Guys don't typically notice this as much on squats or deadlift because the lifts are stronger lifts and you can generally add more weight for a longer period of time and not see what appears to be a plateau. So when you come to a point where you think you're plateauing on the bench press, you need to get extremely scientific. You need to be writing down your sets, your weight and your sets and your reps and everything. And you need to watch for increases, rep increases per set and weight increases, not from week to week, but over 2 to 3 months. You need to look for small little progression jumps in 2 to 3 month periods of time. You need to look at the big picture, the long picture. You don't panic or assume you have a plateau as an intermediate lifter when you're not adding a rep every workout. That's not a plateau. That's the reality of being an intermediate lifter. You need to write down your workouts and analyze where you've been over the last 2, 3, 4 months. If you're adding reps to sets, if you've added 5, maybe even 10 pounds to your bench press over the last 3 to 4 months, that's not a plateau. That's what the game is like as an intermediate lifter. So when guys come to me and say, hey, big, hairy, ugly dude, I've plateaued on bench, what is going on? The first thing I want them to do, or the first question I ask them is, where was your bench press 4 months ago and where is it now? Now, if they can't answer that, there's nothing I can do to help them because they're not taking this seriously. They're not tracking their workouts, and they really are just guessing that they have a plateau. 95% of these guys don't have a plateau. They've actually added 5 to 10 pounds to their bench press over the last 2, 3, 4 months. They just aren't paying close enough attention to realize they're making progress. They're just panicking because they're not adding 5 pounds every week. Now, most guys that are tracking progress will come back and say, let me look at my notebook. 4 months ago, big, hairy, ugly dude, I was benching 205 by 5. And, let's see, last week's workout was 215 by 7. You know what? That's damn good progress for an intermediate lifter. You don't have a plateau. You have a problem with patience. You have a problem with patience. You're impatient. So 95% I would even say 98% of you guys that are intermediate lifters that have added a lot of strength on your bench press don't have a plateau problem. You have a problem with patience. You need to sit down, you need to look at the numbers, and you need to project what kind of progress you're making over the course of a year. If it's 25 to 40 pounds to your bench press over the course of a year, guess what? That's good progress for an intermediate lifter. Once you get over 300 pounds on your bench press, or 275 to 300 pounds, once you can bench that as an intermediate, progress is going to be slow as heck. Why? Because you can't simply add 30 to 40 to 50 pounds to your bench press every year, because you'd be benching 450 in no time natural. Doesn't work like that. The stronger you get as a natural, the slower your progress is going to be year in and year out. That's reality. That's not a plateau. It doesn't necessarily mean you're doing anything wrong, but it definitely means for most of you that you're being impatient and you have goals that aren't realistic. So yes, there's definitely a time to make adjustments. There's definitely a time to look at your programming and see what you need to change. But before you get into all that, before you panic and rework your programs and try small offer bench and try all this kind of tricep volume, you need to sit down and look at your bench over the last 3 to 4 months and find out, do I really have a plateau, or am I just not paying attention? So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.